Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to be making this adorable tiny gift bag. You only need a small piece of cardstock to make this, plus a scoring board. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I filled mine with some lovely pink lint or chocolate. So let's clear the decks and jump straight in. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is some scoring, and grab yourself a piece of cardstock. I have some purple cardstock here. This measures 7 inches by 4.5. Just grabbing my notes here so I know where to score. So we're going to have this with the 7 across the top and the 4.25 going downwards, and the first score line is 2 inches. Second is 3.25. I will pop these down below so you don't have to write it down. 5.25 and 6.5, and then turn that once and then score at 1.25. Okay, and that is it. You can carry on just like this, but I am actually going to do a little bit more. So as you can see from this bag here, I have used an embossing folder. It's got a beautiful quilting embossing folder. So first, before I process that and run it through, I'm just going to score all of these lines. Sorry, not score, fold down. It's just going to be so much easier to retrieve these lines afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to be using today the Quilted A5 embossing folder from Simply Made Crafts. This is an A5 version, but I do like to pop this through on my A4 machine. Okay, and there it is. And then just reinforce all of your score lines. Again, you'll be able to find these really easily since we pre-folded before running everything through. Okay, so let's cut into this now. So grab yourself some scissors, and we're going to start off with this area here. So we need to cut up that score line here, and then we're going to taper that down. And then taper the other side, and then we're going to cut into the base sections now. It's up to you whether you would like to taper these little tabs. And there are some extra score lines that you can pop in. Because this is such a small bag, it's not exactly necessary. Oh, that's my craft stash parcel arriving. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you where you can put the extra lines. It's just for the gussets here, but because this bag is so small, it's not necessarily needed. So I have here the tab here on the left hand side, and in this section here we're going to score at 1 1/8. Just down to about here, and then on this one we're going to score at 4 3/8 down to more or less the same area. Now if you want to add extra lines here, you can do, it's not necessary. Okay, and then just fold those in, and now we're ready to assemble. Now because this is a shiny cardstock, I am going to use a little bit of red tape, but I am also going to add a bit of glue as well. It's just that the wet glue does take a little bit of extra time just to dry on the mirror cardstock. Okay, so I am just going to add some extra glue. You can do that over the top of the adhesive. I'm using the bookbinding glue. That will be linked down below. So if it is out of stock, the link will be there for when it comes back in. So then let's fold these over and press that down. So the red tape has instantly stuck to the mirror card and the glue is there for the long-term adhesion. So let's pop this on now. Pop this together. There we go. So just a quick dry run there. I think I would like this flap to go in first. Okay, so you can go back in again with some red tape if you want to. But I'm just going to go with the glue. There we go, and then just make sure everything is squared off at the bottom. As you can see, it wants to come unstuck because of the mirror card, but we can tell that what to do. Get your bone folder and then press that down. Okay, and then we have these score lines here. We can just squeeze that in there. Isn't that pretty? It's coming together nicely already. So I said something about some free toppers and downloads. So on Craftworld, I'll leave the link. It's a free link. It's a free account to join, and you can get access to all of the beautiful downloads with the magazines. So this is from issue 246 from Simply Cards and Papercraft, and I've already done a couple of projects with this already. We have some toppers here, and I think I'm going to go for something like a heart shape. There's also some papers in here as well, so I may just cut apart some of these too, and some gorgeous papers here that I used to make my last project. Okay, so I'm going to make the bag handles now. So we have these border lines here that I'm just going to cut a strip from. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this in half. Now the paper that I have used to print this out on, I will list that down below as well. And then, oh, better not use those ones. Those are my gunky ones. And then I'm just going to curve these with my bone folder. And then we can glue these on to here, just like that. Okay, so I've got my handles all down now, so let's decorate. I want to use some 3D foam here just to give a little bit of dimension. So I've gone for the envelope. Let's do a quick dry run here, and then I've cut out the word love there from the papers. I even have some spare envelopes here that I can add and layer if I want to, and I've also got the leaf as well. So I just want to keep it quite simple by just having those elements there. So I'm going to have this on the diagonal. This one can take a larger one. And then I'm just going to glue that one there in place. Just going to add a bit of glue there just to the base of that, so that the top section here can curl outwards a little bit. That really does help with adding dimension to your projects if you do that. I think this one might be too small for a foam thingy, although I do have some tiny ones here, so let's try a tiny one. It's always great to have all different sizes in your collection to choose from. Yep, that will work. And you can always cut these down as well. Just going to cover the stem here. And there we have a beautiful little Valentine's bag. Now again, next month is Mother's Day, so these are absolutely wonderful for Mother's Day as well. So pop some sweeties in there, some smaller ones. You'll be able to get more sweets if you use smaller ones in there. Isn't that lovely? I love this little bag. Now, all of the dimensions and the scoring guide will be listed down below, as well as all the materials and products that I have used today, including the downloads too. So thank you so much for joining me today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this one, and I'll see you again next time.